Hey, what's going on, guys? I've got a really special treat for you guys today. I went out and played disc golf for about an hour and a half. I filmed all the holes. It was a blast. It was super fun. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. And if you guys want to see more of this, leave a like on it, comment down below, and I'll try and do it more because this is a lot of fun, because I think there's a good potential for us to be able to talk about real talk stuff whenever I'm out there, so you guys can give me topics and things like that. Y'all can watch me play. I can do fun challenges and all that kind of stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to it. But let's go ahead and get into the round. All right, hole number 1, par 3. Let's see what we can do. I'm throwing the Sheriff from Dynamic Discs. It's got a speed of 13, glide of 5, turn of -1, and a fade of 2. Looks really good. So I used to play disc golf a lot about 7 years ago. And then I took a good bit of time off. Some of you guys will remember that vlog from forever ago. But I recently just started trying to get out of the office more, and I absolutely love playing disc golf, and so I'm excited to play more. If you guys want to see more of these videos, leave a like down below, let me know, show it some love, because this is a lot of fun for me, and the community is growing, and I don't know, I miss playing it, so I want to play it some more. Second shot right there, laid up pretty close to the basket. So again, this is a par 3. So I'm looking pretty good. We'll go ahead and set up the camera, putt this in, and get over to the second hole. I haven't read up on the rules since I used to play, so some things could have changed. So if you guys notice me with any foot faults or anything like that, let me know. For those of you that play, I would love to know. But moving on to second hole, we're even, sitting at par. Let's see how we can do today. All right, second hole is a par 4, 460 or so. It's a dogleg right, so I'm going to sidearm this, see if we can get it down, get it close, maybe get a birdie on this hole. Ooh, that looked really good. We didn't hit any trees or anything. Many of you know that I played baseball in high school, and I was going to play in college, but I hurt my arm. And so when I first started playing disc golf, I always threw sidearm. It just came naturally, it felt really good. And then as I started trying to get better at the game, better at disc golf, I started throwing backhand more. But my sidearm has always been like kind of my ace in the hole, if you will. So check this out. So I made it all the way over here to the pin, and my disc is right over here in the corner, right there. So I gave it a little bit too much. I needed it to turn a little bit more right, but hopefully we can make this putt. Wait a second, is that an eagle? I think I must have thrown from the wrong tee box, because there's no way that's an eagle. I'm gonna go double check, because that's an eagle, that's huge. Okay, so that was just a birdie. I couldn't see the other tee box. Like, it wasn't even walkable. You'd have to go to the sign that tells you what the hole is and then walk over to the 4. So that was a birdie. So we're 1 under right now, moving into the 3rd hole. All right, par 4, throwing the Sheriff again. It's down to the left, so it's a dog leg left. We're gonna backhand it. We should be able to get it over there pretty easily. I hit a tree. So this is a super, it's an interesting dog leg left because it dog legs early and then goes straight. And normally discs don't fly like that to where they'll turn immediately left and then go straight. They kind of will hold that turn unless you can do an S-curve or something. So we didn't really get in the best position here. My disc is right there. And I gotta go way down here. So I gotta rip this. I got it down there, just not far enough. So I just realized that we're actually at the long tee here. So this is a par 4. Since we're playing that long tee, it's way back in the woods. Normally, as you guys can see, the tee was right here, or the basket was right here, but now it's back in the woods. I spent about 10 minutes looking for that disc. I couldn't find it. It was deep in the woods, but I sidearm flicked out and it actually worked out pretty well for us. That just saved par. All right. This hole is hole number 4. It's a par 3, 365 feet. So I needed to throw that disc flatter because it's actually pretty understable, so I can do that. I can throw that disc a lot flatter, but for some reason my release wasn't on with that one, so we went to the left side of the fairway. But if I had thrown it flatter, it would have glided for longer, and it actually would have been a lot closer to the basket than where we ended up. So my disc is right here, basket's over there. Like, as I said, if I'd thrown it a little bit straighter, it wouldn't have come over here, it would have gone a lot straighter towards the basket. But hopefully we can still get a par, maybe have a run at a birdie on it. Ooh. Right next to the basket, easy tap in for another par. We got to start making some moves, y'all. Hole 4, only 1 under. Come on. All right, hole number 5, par 3, 385 feet. I'm gonna use my Champion Beast, and I'm gonna sidearm it all the way down there. Oh, come on, get up. I released it too low. So I released that one too low, so it didn't have enough hang time or glide to end up turning to the right like I needed it to. So I've got like a 50-foot putt, something like that. I gotta watch these roots, otherwise I'm gonna fall. I got like a 50-foot putt, maybe 40, so we'll see if we can make that. I babied that one too much. Hole 6, 354 feet. Unless it's at the long tee, then it's a par 4, but as of right now, I think it's a par 3. So we're gonna sidearm our champion Orc and see if we can get it down there. So that was actually a really, really good throw. You guys can hear my snap whenever I flick. That's my fingers coming together once the disc leaves it, because there's so much spin and pressure that it makes them go. This is a really, really good throw, and it could be a par 4. I just need to check and see where the pin placement is. Not the pin placement, well, the basket placement. All right, it is a par 4. The basket is in the far placement. We are right here. Basket straight down. Hopefully we can knock it in. Come left. Dang it. Some of you who have never played before are probably wondering what the little red disc is I'm putting down. That's just my marker, so that I mark where my disc is and then move on from there. I probably should have sidearmed it right there. I think I would have been a little bit more comfortable with that, or flicked it. I'm trying out some new dynamic disc today, so still getting used to those, but we should be able to still end up with a par here. Oh, come on. That was close. We needed a little bit more turn and it would have been there. All right, hole 7, playing from the long tee on this one, so it's a par 4. We've got a really narrow gap to hit, so I'm gonna sidearm my Orc. Little short. Check out this gap. So I had to throw it through that, and I made it through, but I didn't throw it hard enough, so I ended up a little bit short over here. It is a par 4, so we do still have a chance to get a birdie on it. I just have to weave through some trees here and try and get next to the basket. This is another super narrow shot. I need to try and S-curve it. Okay, so that wasn't too bad for my lie. I hit the branch on the right. If I hadn't hit that, it could have ended up a little bit better, but we still have a shot at par easily, maybe even a long birdie shot. Alright, so that'll still be par. Alright, we're on hole 8. It's a par 3, and it's 215 feet. Got a lot of trees in my way, so it's pretty short, but if I can clear the trees, I should be good to go. That actually looks like it's parked. I threw it too far. Oh no. I left one of my putters somewhere. I gotta go find it. Alright, so there's a 2 for us. So I'm 2 under, but I have to go find this disc. So I couldn't find my disc. It's okay, it was an old putter, I don't really use it. It was the one that I used to like stabilize my putts. But that's okay. We're on hole 9 now, we're 2 under. Par 3, 210 feet. Lots of trees as you guys can see. I'm gonna throw a Roadrunner. It's a -4-1, so that means I can sidearm it and it'll go left pretty well for me. So hopefully my aim's on. It skipped out, so we could get a 2, who knows? So we're still 2 under, we're starting the back 9 now, hole 10. Par 3. So they had a tournament here recently and they've changed a lot of the pin placements. So I'm kind of blindly throwing some of these, but most of them won't really change my drive. Yeah, so this one was still a good drive, but the other day the pin was right here. Now it's over there, and my disc is right here, so we've got a chance to lay up here and hopefully get it in a good spot. Oh, kick right. All right, so this will still end up being a par. We gotta make some moves, y'all. Gotta make some moves. I'm only 2 under through 10. Okay, this is another par 3, perfect for a sidearm. Just got to get it straight down there, and we'll have a pretty good chance at 2 if I can land it where I've landed it before. A little bit further. Might have thrown that a little bit short. So I thought I threw it too short, but my disc is actually right there. Let's make it. Three under. We're 3 under now. This next hole, hole number 12, is a par 4, so it's a great opportunity for us to get a good drive, and then hopefully get another good second shot, and then grab a birdie. I'm going to be throwing my Sheriff again. It's the fastest of all my discs that I'm using right now. With a 13 speed, it feels really good in my hands. It's a dynamic disc. I really like it. Let's see how we can do. So that was okay. I should have thrown it a little bit flatter. As you guys saw, it came out on an angle. If it comes out flatter, then it can travel a little bit further, but I think we're still in a good spot. So the basket's actually a lot further down than I thought. So my drive's not as good as I'd hoped it could be. I'm gonna need to throw a mid-range and get it down there pretty far. That should be good. So the basket on this hole used to be right there. But now it's way further down here behind these trees, so we're gonna end up with a par. Hole 13 is a par 3. I'm gonna throw my dynamic disc Maverick. It's a 7-speed mid-range, so I should be able to set it down there pretty. Looks pretty good. It went a little bit straighter than I'd hoped, but we should still have a shot at it. So, second shot obviously doesn't count. That was a practice throw. If this was a tournament, then the fact that I threw a practice throw would actually count as a stroke since I threw again. Still got a par. Should have taken advantage of that though and gotten my birdie.
Okay, so this is a par 3. There were some kids making out on a bench up there. So I didn't pull the camera out and talk. They were just doing their own thing in the park, whatever. So we're laying 2 here on this par 3, hole 14. I overthrew it just a little bit, but hopefully we can still recover a putt. So that's a longer par 3, so getting a par on it, it's not too bad. It's kind of distracted by those people up there. I just wanted to get out of there as quick as I could. They're actually leaving the bench now. Go home. But we're still 3 under, and I think we're on hole 14? Hole 15, wow, so we've only got 3 holes left. And this one is a par 3 unless it's at the long basket placement. Come left. That was actually beautiful. So it was actually a pretty good drive. I threw that Sheriff again. And it glides really, really well. So I was able to get it out here. Hopefully, I'm hoping this is a par 4. Now it looks like it said it's par 3 placement. So probably won't have a shot for a birdie on this one. So I've got about a 40-foot look. Hopefully I can sink this because I would love to get to 4 under right now. Yeah, that looked like it was in. So we're still 3 under. That was such a close putt. That's the one thing that I definitely know I need to work on getting better at is my putting. It would easily cut off, like, with the number of putts I've missed today, probably three or 4 strokes. So I definitely need to practice my putting, but other than that, I feel like we've been playing pretty well. Are we 3? We're still 3 under. So we'll see if we can get another stroke somewhere, hopefully. All right, par 4. So this is the perfect opportunity to get a stroke, or I guess to lose a stroke. Gonna throw my Sheriff again, see if we can get it out there. Perfect. That's a birdie. So that drive actually felt really, really good. I got it out there, it held its line exactly how I wanted it to. And now we're right next to the basket. All right, so 4 under, going into the last 2 holes. Not too bad. Let's see what we can make happen. So this hole is a par 4. as well. I throw a sidearm on it. I get a good S-curve because the fairway goes down to the left and then down to the right. So I'll throw my champion orc at an angle, give it some good air, hopefully it'll hold it and get close enough for me to get another birdie. All right, so this is a great spot to be for a good approach. I'm gonna sidearm it again and see if we can get close enough to get another birdie. Sit down. That's close. I just gotta make like a 15-foot putt and we'll be good. There we go. That's 5 under now. 5 under. All right, so we're 5 under now. Last hole. Hoping we can get to 6. That'd be ideal. So we'll see if we can rip it out there and get close enough to put this in, because this is a par 3. I can make it close enough to the basket. I just gotta get the right throw. That wasn't bad. I needed it to be a little bit flatter, so we've got a long putt. But even so, am I 5 under? I'm at 5 under. Even so, 5 under's pretty good. All right, so we ended the game at 5 under, not too shabby. Lost a disc, which I don't think I'm gonna find, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video. Let me know if you wanna see more, and we'll make it happen.